Welcome to my channel. My name is Elaine Rau and I do product reviews. Today I'm doing something a little bit special and a little bit different. I'm gonna be straightening my teeth. So while from afar it might look like it is, straight and stuff like that, if I get up close, you can actually see that there's like different layers to it. This one's out of place. These ones, if you see, are different angles and layers. Like this one juts out. This one actually pokes out. So it's not exactly like the straightest teeth ever because I've never had braces. I'm using Byte, B-Y-T-E, which comes just like this to help me straighten my teeth. This kit right here is actually their impression kit. So what you do is you basically give an impression of your teeth. After you're done with the impression, then you can send it to the company and then they will then give you like the regimen to follow in terms of like what to do and how to get your teeth straight, like with like, I'm assuming they're gonna be like plastic things you put on your teeth. We're gonna find out together. So this is first and foremost the first step. So you get your impression kit, gotta read through it. Step one is before you begin, make sure impression tray fits comfortably in your mouth. So that is step one. This is your impression trays, gloves, and silicone stretcher. Okay, so this is the tray that they're talking about. Pull one out and see if it fits inside your mouth. That's uncomfortable, but it definitely fits. We're gonna be putting putty here. Yes, it fits. Okay, so step two, you want to mix your putty. So first you want to grab your gloves in there, put those on before you mix the putty. And it says that you want to mix the putty for 30 seconds, like within 30 seconds. So it should be a quick mix. Otherwise it's gonna harden. And you want to also mix a dark with a light colored putty. So here are the different putties in this green. Okay, so you want to mix a dark putty with a light putty. Right afterwards, step three, you want to prep your tray. So I'm going to have that ready. You want to roll the putty into a 4-inch long cylinder and then place inside the tray, making sure to fill up the whole thing. It should look like this. And then after that, I'm going to put it into my mouth, press down and hold for a continuous of 3.5 minutes. It says that most bad impressions are caused by not biting hard enough and deep enough into the putty. So it's gonna be probably really uncomfortable. Using your fingers, center the tray prepared over your teeth and bite all the way into the putty, almost all the way through. All right, let me just do a practice one again. Oh my gosh. Oh man, this thing is so huge. All right, got it. And then continuous for 3.5 minutes. So step 4 was to press it. Step 5 is to remove your impression. Remove your tray once impression putty is firm. Putty takes 3.5 minutes to harden. Use your fingers, carefully remove the tray by pulling down until free and then set aside. And don't touch your impression material when removing or afterwards because it can alter your impression. Then you would just want to repeat that for all of your impressions. Let's get to it. All right, so let's go with the dark one first. Ooh, it's pink. I thought it would be green like the photo. Ooh, and this one is white. Okay, so then there's different putty colors. All right, interesting. Okay, 30 seconds. Let's go. 29, 30. Okay, now I'm gonna roll it into a little ball and then a 4-inch cylinder. Oops, too long. 4-inch cylinder, nice and slow. And then we're gonna place it into the tray. And fill it up, nice and fat. Going in 3.5 minutes. Okay, so I just set my timer for 3.5 minutes. Let's do this. Oh shoot, it's hard already. Oh my God, I waited too long. Okay, so that is a fail. Okay, let's try this again. This time doing it right, hopefully. All right, take 2. We're gonna mix the dark and light again, but this time we're gonna insert immediately into the mouth so we don't mess up again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, inserting. All right, so that was a draining 3.5 minutes. So there is my tooth impression. Hopefully that's a good one. While this is in you, you're gonna be drooling a lot. So just note that. And it's gonna be really uncomfortable. I pressed it all the way like up and I just held it there. Hopefully these I think this is natural. All right, so that's my first impression. And then you just wanna put your little impression in your kit and then we can move on to the next one. So let's do the bottom one with a 30-second countdown. All right, 30 seconds, roll into a ball, cylinder it again, and then putting it nice and easy. And we're gonna do, the bottom one. So it's gonna be like this, opposite way. The bottom one definitely, gross. I need to wash these gloves now. The bottom one definitely is harder or more drooly than the other one. So just FYI, but I think I made a really good impression there. I actually shifted like last minute because I felt like I was too close up front. So I'm glad I did that because I think that's a really good impression. Only thing is you can see the white of the tray, and I don't know if I'm supposed to bite like that hard, like all the way down to the tray where there's like white. But anyways, that is my last chance at the bottom tray because I messed up on the first one. Last and final one is gonna be, I'm gonna do the top one again because my most concern is this guy right here. So hopefully they'll be able to get a good impression from that. But first, let me go wash my gloves. All right, so this is my last chance to get it right. And I just realized one thing, the smile stretcher. I think I should have been using this the whole time and what would have helped me, but it wasn't on here as to where, it was probably in the instructions online, shoot. But let me use it for the last one. So it looks like this. Okay, and this one. I don't think that I can put both of them. Oh, is it like this? I don't think I can put both of them in my mouth at the same time. And then, ow. Yeah, that's definitely not right. And this seems to be, and I can't figure out exactly what that is. Is it supposed to be tight? So anyways, I can't figure this thing out. I am just going to do it like I was doing it, and hopefully they'll be able to get a good impression from it. For the final time, mixing dark with light. So there is the impression. I feel like that one's actually really good. Even though I messed up on my first one, I think they should be able to get a really good impression from these. So I just put my last one in there, tucked away, and then basically it just says ship your impression back in this box. So just go ahead and close that up. It also came with one of these bags with a shipping label on it already, so you don't have to pay postage. So you can just go ahead and put it in and ship it off. And if you wanted to continue with them, then you could go ahead and get your actual liners and everything to then get your teeth straight. That is how you use the Byte impression kit. So I just got my Byte liners in the mail, so I'm just gonna go ahead and open it up. All right, so here is the box. Once again, beautifully branded like everything else Byte has. See, things are getting better already. So it comes with two boxes, your personal aligners on one side and then accessories on the other side. So let's check out the aligners first. So it has a little bit of a step system. Yeah, so here's step one. On the back it says your patient name, ID, all that stuff. All the different steps depending on your specific prescription. Mine has 9 steps. So this is the very last liner that I will use. Let's see what's in this box. This is the accessories box. Ooh, comes with a lovely little case where you can store your liners. Over here, we have the Hyper Byte. Oh, we have like a teeth whitener thing, I think. Something else in here to help with brightening your teeth. This whitens teeth and cleans the liners. Oh, wonderful. So it's a 2-in-1 action. And also comes with the instructions as well. And I'm assuming this is the instruction manual on how to do everything. All right, so it says step 1, open up the first set of aligners. So we're opening up step 1. You should have a set for your top and your bottom liners. They said to insert it from the back first to the front. They're quite like thin plastic. Also, I figured out what this is for actually. So this thing is actually to help you take in and out your bite. There's like a little curve here. And then this little nail file is basically if there are some parts that are uncomfortable, you can file it down. So without further ado, let's put them in. There we go. Nice. Ooh, nice and tight. It's really tight. Like it doesn't feel like it's like, this is the bottom one. Oh, it snaps right into place. It does make me talk a little bit funny though. So we're just gonna have to deal with this for a few weeks. So every single one of these are daily liners. So you have to wear them for like 23 hours per day. And then for 9 weeks, because mine has 9. Every week you swap out one of these. And of course, when you eat, you can take them out, clean them, etc. Also, before I put my liners in, I actually brush my teeth and floss my teeth already. So make sure to do that before you put your liners in. So this thing is called Hyper Byte. So you're supposed to use this to help like vibrate your teeth 5 minutes a day, every day. And as long as you you're using this Byte, you are able to swap out your aligners every week because this will speed up the process. Also, make sure to switch out your aligners in the evening and not the morning. And remember to save your aligners whenever you're done, just in case something happens. I don't know, if whatever happens, you still have an aligner that you can wear and then wait until the brand sends you a new one. Wear your aligners day and night 24/7, except when you're eating, drinking, or brushing and flossing. So this is gonna be my life for the next 9 weeks. And then they'll be straight. Another thing that it notes is that towards the end of your treatment, like let's say you have 9 steps, you might only have a top liner and not a bottom liner. That means that the bottom liner is already done with this treatment and maybe the top liner needs more or something like that. So don't be nervous if you only see one liner in the packet. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and charge my Byte so that we can start using it. So when you're ready to clean your aligners, all you need to do is this. You just pop them out, pump one foam into each of your liner tracks, and then pop them back in, and that's it. All right, so we're gonna do one pump all the way. So we'll just pop it back in. Ooh, it tastes nice. And then our top one. All right, yeah, it tastes really nice. It feels really fresh. So we're just gonna wait until next time to try to use this one. All right, so that's all there is to the Byte aligners for this week. And I'll come back next week and show you the progress and step 2. All right, so it's been a week that I've had these first initial aligners on. It's still a little bit hard to talk in them, but it is what it is. It's only gonna be for the next 8 weeks now since I'm gonna be changing this one out. The first few days is gonna be a little bit more painful, and then it eases up as the week goes on. I would say only the first day or 2, it's gonna be a little bit tight. And then as your teeth start molding and forming, it's gonna become better and better. The other thing I've learned is what this thing does is it has a hook on either side, that side and that side. It helps you take out your aligners. So for example, we're gonna go like this. The hook side, hook it on there and pull it down like that. And then that basically helps you take it out really easily. Actually, the bottom is pretty easy just to pop it. So you pop it from the back, and that's all there is to it. The other thing is this Byte, which vibrates. Let me just show you what it looks like. So you just basically press this button. Basically, it just vibrates up and down. The thing that I really like about the Byte is that it turns off automatically. So you don't have to necessarily wonder, oh, are you doing it right for the length of time or whatever it is. Literally, all I do is pop this in at night, right before I go to bed, and then I'm done, and I take it out. Another thing that I've learned is this thing goes by really, really fast. So you see how I'm already down half a bottle? That is barely even, that's literally within a few days. But how I've been using this is every single time after I eat, I will brush my teeth, floss, put this into my liners, which basically just foams it, and then I put it back in. But then I realized that I actually don't need to be using this every single time since I'm flossing and I'm brushing. The purpose of this literally is just to, in between, you don't have time to floss or brush, in between meals, that's what this is for. So I've stopped using this halfway through, as I said, once again, because I was getting super low on it, and I'm only gonna use this if I'm out. And since I work from home anyways, it doesn't really, I don't really necessarily need to use it per se. If I'm out, once again, and I need to, I don't have time to brush my teeth, that's what this is gonna be used for. Without further ado, we are going to go to step 2. These are my new aligners, and I'm gonna still keep my first set of aligners just in case, because once again, they say in case it breaks, but make sure to keep them separate. So I'm gonna put my old retainers in that bag, and then my new retainers are gonna go in here. So basically, just popping it in. Oh, I can feel it, it's really tight. And then this is the bottom ones. That's it. And I have my brand new set of aligners, and I'm ready to go through the pain once again of the first few days. And they say to always change out your aligners at night, so never do this during the day. So right now it is it's been a whole week, it's the nighttime of the final week, so that's why I'm putting in my aligners right now. So I'll see you next week when I put in my third set of aligners. All right, so it's been a few weeks since my last treatment, and as you can see, my teeth are already a lot straighter from the side, even though this one is still jutting out a little bit. But you can see that my front tooth is definitely a lot straighter than it was before. You can see on both sides. This side has always been more aligned, and then this side has always been a little bit more spacey. Now, something that I did start to notice is that I'm starting to have a little bit of a gap in between here and a little bit here, which I didn't have before. Obviously, because they had to push the teeth out and then in again. So that was a little bit concerning. I know that there's a process to this. It can't look perfect. I'm halfway through my treatment, so it's not done yet. Currently, I'm on stage 5, about to enter into the step 6 treatment. So a few things that I've learned along the way, since, as I said, I'm halfway through, is that number 1, one, when I'm using the Hyper Byte at night, I tilt my head back and just let it like vibrate, basically, because that way I won't like drool all over the place, and it's like a lot easier to like deal with than like if it's just like this and like you're like trying to like hold your mouth open and like clench down. I mean, you're just like drooling like crazy. So just like laying back in bed, right before bed, I just pop it in there and then leave it and take it out. The other thing that I've stopped doing is actually using this, simply because I work from home and actually don't need to use this every single time. Plus the fact was like, I mean, I was using a lot of it like really quickly. I mean, I went through like half the bottle within like, I think step 1 or maybe barely into step 2 or something like that. So I stopped using it and just started brushing my teeth, flossing every single time before I put in my aligners again after a meal. Another thing about the aligners is that like generally, but you always want to change out your liners at night. So right now it's like I'm about to like, you know, wind down, go to bed. That's when you want to change it so that it's like in your mouth for like the entire time as you're sleeping, so that you're not, you know, popping it out or anything like that, especially on the very first night. Another thing is that like it always hurts the most when it's like the first night. Yes, it kind of hurts, but it's like, it's more of like a dull ache in your mouth that like if you've never had braces before, you would have never felt this feeling before. And because I've never had braces before, I didn't realize that aligners would hurt a little bit. Sometimes it does cut on the top lip. When I speak, it's like a little bit silly as well because there is an obstruction in my mouth, but they are totally workable. And plus my thing is only a 9-step system, which is only like 2 months. I can bear with that, you know, for 2 months to make straighter teeth. So once again, you can see literally that's the only thing that's like kind of still jutting out. Everything else is still is pretty much good. I would say the bottom, you can still see that this one is dented in, and then this one still is like a little bit, the flat part is like here, and then we want to tilt it a little bit more in, just like this one. But that is halfway through. Super impressed so far about the whole situation. It really isn't that much to add to your lifestyle as well. So let me go ahead and open up step 6. Once again, 2 liners. Now you can see they're like a lot straighter. And these ones. So literally all I do is I just pop them in like this and I press down with my teeth. They're really tight when you first put them in. And then the second one, how this is a little bit longer than this one because they don't necessarily have to like go all the way even. So my front teeth are here, but the liners aren't all the way back to the molars. One is, one isn't. So they might not necessarily be like even per se. And then we're just gonna pop these in. And there we go. You see how I'm talking? It's like a little bit hard. It's like have a list. It kind of gets a little bit dry as well when I'm like trying to talk. But anyways, I'm gonna get back at you guys once the whole thing is done so that you can see like a bigger transformation. You can see that that tooth will probably not be dreaded out so far, and so on and so forth. Everything should be like well aligned. So I'll see you guys in the next few weeks. All right, so I'm completely done with my treatment. So this is the final results. You see this one still juts out just a little bit, and this side is fine though. My front teeth are completely straight, just a tiny little hole right there. This one is still not like quite aligned, as you can see. I had 9 steps, right? They stopped giving me a bottom aligner step 7. So for 2 sessions or 2 weeks, I didn't have a bottom liner. I'm not sure why exactly they didn't do that, but the one thing that did happen as I continued my treatment was that I actually stopped being as regimented, meaning I just became a little bit more lax with my treatment. Like step 1 to like step 6, I was like every single day, you know, I was like super on top of it. But by step 7, 8, 9, I started getting a little bit more lax, and it like basically 8 and 9, I was literally only wearing the liners actually at night, and I would forget to put it in after I, you know, ate, and I would get lazy and all that stuff. That probably has affected, you know, the bottom teeth, especially, you know, because they didn't give me 2 aligners at the very end. Should have been aligned by then, but I guess because I was a little bit lax or starting to get a little bit chill about it, it didn't exactly go in place. It's not super concerning for me though, just because I would prefer to have it like a little bit like this versus a gap. Not only was the top having a gap, the bottom was also having a gap too. The fact that it's like back there, honestly, I don't mind. The main thing that I wanted to correct, it was my top teeth, especially when I smiled, like, you know, on the side and stuff. I feel a lot more confident in my smile. Everything pretty much is aligned, but there is still some personality to my teeth, which I like. My very last liner, which I like that the plastic is hard enough. What I'm going to be using this for is, you know, at night. I still use this actually every night, even even after my treatment has been done for actually a couple weeks. But because now my previous like mouth grinder piece actually doesn't fit anymore, so this is like basically my new mouth guard. It's been doing fine. There's no wear and tear on it. Quality of it is really good. In general, I think the experience was initially painful simply because I've never had any braces or anything like that, so I didn't know that type of feeling where it's like you put it in your mouth and you're like, oh my gosh, I have a headache. But that being said, it's so worth it for like, you know, the results. Just for a few weeks of pain, for a lifetime of gain, basically, I still highly recommend it, especially with both top and bottom liners. There's a definite list to it. If it's just the top liners, actually, it was fine. It was really hard to talk with both of them in there. Just a few cons, but as I said, in general, everything is a little bit more evenly spaced out. And yeah, I'm really happy with the results. I don't know if I will, you know, maybe try to readjust that one and reach out to the brand to see, but we'll have to see about that. My Byte retainer just arrived, which is the last step of my treatment. So excited to finally finish this process. Currently, teeth looking like this. So that is the final retainer. Oh, they look just like the other ones. I didn't realize how thin they would be. In essence, they're basically like the last set of your kit. They send you a free retainer after you're done. So this process has been amazing. Love the results. If you're interested in straightening your teeth as well, check out the link below to get to their website. If you're interested in learning how to become a content creator as well, I do have an online course for you in the link below. Or if you like product reviews, continue watching and I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye.